Panther family, what is up? What an exciting time to be a Panther right now. It seems like our Georgia State Panthers are winning conference championships left and right. And that's actually one of the guests that I have on today. I'm sure any of you guys that are my listeners saw that our men's tennis team actually just won the Sun Belt Conference Championship. So I do have one of the leaders of the team, one of the star players on the team, Mr. Andrei Duarte. He so graciously gave me some time this afternoon to interview him. I'm thoroughly excited to get to know him better. I know you guys will be too. So we'll go ahead and jump in this interview. I won't babble too much here in the beginning. I'll give the mic to Mr. Duarte, let him introduce himself, and then we'll jump into the interview. But I could not be more excited to have him on, guys. Like this guy literally just won a championship a few days ago, so this is incredible. So yeah, I'll give the mic to you, my friend, and just introduce yourself real quick, and we'll jump into the interview after that.
How's it going, guys? My name's Andrei Duarte. This is my 5th year here at Georgia State. I'm studying entrepreneurship and economics. So I'll graduate in literally 2 weeks, which is very exciting.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks. Play on the tennis team here. I've loved every single second of being a Panther. And I ended up here because I moved from Columbia to Atlanta when I was 11. And my coach growing up knew the head coach here really well. So the connection kind of helped, secure me a spot on the team.
Nice. That's awesome to hear, man. That's awesome to hear. So we'll jump into the questions. These first couple of questions are just questions that, everybody gets. It's just kind of to fill out what your experience as a Georgia State student athlete has kind of been like so far. So, in your, best way to phrase it, what would be your favorite part about being a student athlete at specifically Georgia State?
Yeah, I'd say it's the people for sure. I mean, I talked about it all last weekend, how special the win and how special the school and the program is because of the people. I mean, I wouldn't say facilities. Our facilities like, 20 minutes away. So we have to drive to it in a van. But what makes the school incredible is the people. Even those 20 minutes you spend talking to your teammates, joking around and stuff. So, I mean, I love my guys to death. They are my best friends and they will be my best friends for a very, very long time. So my favorite thing has definitely been just the people that I've met and, coaches, other athletes. Like we have such great relationships with other athletes on campus. So definitely the people.
Awesome, man. That's awesome to hear. And, like you said, I know you guys spend a lot of time together, but I feel like because of those van rides that obviously add up over the course of a season, like you guys get so much more time together, regardless. So, I mean, that's awesome to hear, man. I could,
whether we like it or not,
sometimes
it'll be like spring break and we spend 6 days together. We're all in one van and it's like, I need 3 days off from you guys.
Right. Exactly. I mean, love those guys, but need a little bit of time away from them. Yeah. That. And no, man, like when you guys, won last week, I think most Panthers saw that video of, you guys doing the dog pile. And like, I mean, I even got a little touched. I was like, man, these kids have worked so hard for this. And you can tell like they're so close and it means so much that they did this together. So I just couldn't have been more proud as a Panther.
It's the perfect ending and the perfect group to do it with for sure.
That's just awesome. And I mean, I watched most of the tournament on ESPN Plus because they had it on ESPN Plus. They didn't have an announcer, so I don't, I kind of highlight this a little bit later. My tennis knowledge is a little minimal, so I didn't know exactly what was going on. But I mean, I was paying attention to the score, and every time we were up every single match, whether it was Troy, South Alabama, and then I think those were the only two people we played.
Yeah, Troy and South Alabama. You're right.
But yeah, no, I mean, you guys definitely kicked some ass, so it was fun to watch.
That was nice.
So this next question, probably, I would guess the answer is this last weekend. So maybe we'll go with second best memory. But in your 5 years at Georgia State, what would be your best or favorite memory as a student athlete here at Georgia State?
Yeah, I mean, the answer is obvious, as you said. It's definitely this weekend. I mean, if you look at the pictures and even the videos, just like the raw emotion of finishing what you started 5 years ago and literally doing day in and day out for 1,600 days. I just remember, celebrating in the dog pile, and then it hit me that we won. And I just started bawling, and Baja came up to me and started hugging me. And then I haven't cried like that in a while. So yeah, that's definitely number one. And man, just super special. I think number two to pinpoint might be last fall. Me and my partner Roberts, who's right behind me in this room, we got to go to nationals for doubles, and that was amazing. We went to San Diego, California.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
so that whole experience is just amazing. Like you're traveling the country with your best friend to go hit tennis balls. And I mean, it's been a huge goal of ours, and we did it. So yeah, that I think those top two for
That's
sure.
awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I can imagine, man. Like, that's one of the reasons I ask those questions is because obviously, if you've won a championship in your sport, that's probably going to be the answer. But if not, or even, if you have won a championship, it may be like, dude, we went on this road trip one year and like it was just so fun. And like I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, I'm a little older. My Georgia State days are a little behind me. So as you get older, you're going to cherish those moments just even so
yeah,
much more.
for
So
sure. And
yeah.
we still, I mean, we still think we have some of our best days ahead. I mean, we're
Oh,
gonna
definitely.
try to go
Definitely.
biking as a group and go on to the beach together and stuff like that once we're all done. So
Oh yeah.
while those moments are incredible, the bond and the friendship is gonna last for a lifetime. So yeah,
Right, right, right. And I mean, in the day of, a cell phone or social media, you guys will definitely be able to keep in
yeah,
touch for sure. Awesome. Cool, man. Well, we will jump into a little more personal questions here for you. I see you actually graduated from the greatest high school in the state of Georgia, Walton
nice.
High School in Marietta. For my listeners who haven't listened to those episodes, I am a former Walton Raider myself. So just when I saw that, I was like, hell yeah, man. I love the representation. So this question, I'll preface it with this. I think a lot of people, my listeners and non-listeners alike, are pretty familiar with the process of recruiting when it comes to the bigger sports like football and basketball and maybe even baseball. But with tennis, maybe not as familiar, and it may even just be the exact same process. But I know with just to give everybody a little geographical lesson here, Marietta is just north of Atlanta. It's a suburb. It's if traffic isn't bad, it takes you 30 minutes to get downtown to Georgia State. So was it one of those things that like, I mean, I know you said you had the relationship with the coach, but like, was there any recruiting process involved with it? Or is it one of those, when it comes to tennis, you kind of just go to whatever big school is near you, like how does that work?
Yeah, so I actually did not graduate from Walton. I went there my freshman year, and then I stopped going because of tennis. And it's because coaches don't really care about high school tennis. High school tennis is honestly not a high level,
Mhm.
and you don't get recruited through high school tennis. So, yeah, essentially, high school tennis is a waste of time for your tennis just
Gotcha.
because it intervenes with practice schedule and tournaments and stuff. So I didn't play my freshman year at Walton. I decided to keep training. And then I decided to do online school sophomore through senior year. And that just gave me, 4 hours on the court a day, and it allowed me to work and, get in the gym more and stuff. Just more flexible with travel too. So coaches really look at it's kind of a new thing, UTR, uses your
Mhm.
universal tennis rating. And if you're above a certain number, they want you, and they look at, USTA tournaments a lot more than high school tennis.
Okay.
But it has worked out where half of our guys are international from everywhere, and then the other half are Georgia kids, kind of like that upper area. Alfredo, you're talking about Patrick, Kevin, me, Eddie's from Columbus. So it's worked out, and Harrison, we've all worked out where it's Georgia kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So yeah. So to kind of like relay that to football, like football has those like 7-on-7 camps and stuff like that. And, football camps over the summer. And it's not that like you won't have scouts come to a high school football game on a Friday night, at Raider Valley, but you are going to most likely get the most amount of recruiting done at those like style of camps and
Yeah,
tournaments
that's
essentially.
exactly right. Yeah, it's more like the bigger tournaments, hard courts, clay courts, winter nats, those tournaments where coaches see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, man. Awesome. Well, thank you for giving us a little bit of insight on that. I was always very interested on how that like worked for other sports that aren't football. So,
Right.
um, cool. All right, cool. Well, moving on a little bit. This next question, man, I gotta say, you clearly are a very intelligent young man, a scholar. You have made the dean's list or president's list damn near every single semester while you're at Georgia State. Not to brag on myself, but I can say the same honor as well. So congratulations on that.
There you go. Yeah.
Um, So obviously, this is incredibly impressive. It takes a lot of hard work. I wasn't a student athlete and I had to work my ass off to get that. So I can only imagine how much work it takes when you have that much busier and full of a schedule. So can you kind of describe the juggling act that you had to perform at times with, schoolwork, training, your social life, because you're any young person is, going to want to have some level of a social life. And then
Right.
obviously maybe you have a match that weekend or something like that, like how did that juggling act like really work at times?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, athletics, academics, social life, then treatment on your body, which is like an hour a day. And then, you go to church, you're involved in other organizations. It's a lot. It's a lot. What's helped me is just become close with the teacher. Like first week of school, they have to sign a travel letter. So go up, say, hey, my name's Andrei Duarte. This is what I do. This is when we're going to be gone. And just kind of,
Right.
talk to them, get to know them, become their friend. And that helps a lot. But I think it's honestly just going to class, like go to class, show up, take notes, study a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't say I study a crazy amount. That's Roberts. He studies a lot and he's very, very smart. So yeah, I do. I just, take care of everything. Just go to class, take notes, study, and be fine. So yeah, I mean, your schedule's super busy. You don't have free time, but it's what we signed up for. We get to go to a school and, some of us get it paid for.
Right.
Support and get an incredible degree. So you just got to put in the work and put in the hours.
Hell yeah, man. You got an incredible attitude about it, man. Cause I mean, like, I didn't play sports, but like when I was younger, I was in that grind of going to class and like I did commute down to Georgia State. So, I mean, it took time for me to get down to class. And, like once you get in that grind, it kind of is a little bit more of a flow. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Cool, man. And, just real quick, I think it's funny that was your answer about how well you did in school. Cause like my friends would be like, how are you doing so well? And I'm like, just go to class, man. Like
it's pretty simple.
Just go, dude. It's crazy what happens if you actually just show up. So
Right. Yeah.
that's funny. Cool, man. Well, again, congratulations on that. Like I said, I know that's no easy feat. So an incredible amount of respect for you on that one.
Thanks.
Cool. So moving on a little bit. As I mentioned before, my tennis knowledge is a little minimal. I do know the Roger Federers and the Rafael Nadals of the world, but nothing too much past that. Which I will say, I definitely need to start paying attention to tennis more. I definitely very much enjoyed watching you guys. So gotta start paying attention to it more. But I gotta ask, because I see that you've done both here at your time at Georgia State. It's kind of a two-parted question. So with the singles and doubles, like, is there one that is easier and harder, or is it like, do you specialize in one, or like how does the difference between singles and doubles kind of work with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a completely different sport. It's the tactics, everything's different. So if you ask Aja that question, the guy who's played number one here his whole career, he'll say singles is a lot easier. If you ask me, I'll say singles is impossible, singles is miserable, doubles is a lot easier. So it really just depends on your style of play, what you've learned. Like growing up, my coach did a great job of teaching me the fundamentals of doubles and getting me loving doubles. So it's really just based on the player. But it's super different. I mean, 4 people on a court versus 2, everything about the sport changes. But it's definitely just like a preference thing.
Okay. So it's not necessarily like, a skill set that you would have like, all right, he's got this skill set, so he'll be better in singles as opposed to doubles.
Yeah, not really. I mean, like my freshman year, I didn't play singles. I was out of the lineup, but I played 1 doubles. So it's like, just because you're good at one doesn't mean necessarily good at the other.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've always wondered about that, because I mean, obviously, like when it comes to, the professional tennis that people pay attention to, it's singles, obviously. Like, I mean, I know there is a professional level of doubles, but, obviously people pay attention to the singles. So I think, people might be under the impression that like one is harder than the other, or one is, a little more important than the other. But I think, it's just the nature of how things work like that. So, cool though. I gotta say, man, I'm learning a ton about tennis. So I appreciate the knowledge.
Yeah.
Cool. And I guess, one more question about kind of just, explaining how like things like this work. So, like, again, I think a lot of my listeners would be very familiar with like the post-college process of a high level football player or basketball player or baseball player. Like basketball, if you're not good enough for the pros, you may go play overseas in Europe. Football,
Yeah.
you know, you may do like the Canadian Football League or just, you know, a practice squad or something like that. Baseball, there's obviously all the different minor leagues, but you know, for a high level tennis player like yourself, like what does post graduation look like when it comes to your athletic, you know, avenue? Is it something that you are going to pursue like a professional career, or are you just going to be one of those dudes that, you know, joins Alta and just tears it up for the next 20 years?
Yeah, that's I'm trying to figure that out right now, actually. And I thought professional tennis was gone. I thought it was a dream that was shattered.
Mm-hmm.
But this year I've been playing well, and it's kind of a desire of mine. So I do want to try and pursue it. You know, it's very hard. It's very challenging. It takes a lot of money and time. Because like, you know, if you're one of the best, you know, football players in the country, you get drafted, sign a contract, you're making, I don't know, $1 million. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with baseball. I mean, the minor leagues are a grind, but basketball, rookie contracts, you're making money. You're making money.
Yeah.
In tennis, it doesn't matter if, you know, you're ranked number 1 in the nation and you have to go and start from zero. It's a reset. And if you're not American, you're not going to get a lot of wild cards. So you're starting from the ground up. You're going to Ecuador to play. You're going to Tunisia to play. You're going to Egypt to play. You know, these smaller tournaments are called futures, 15K, 25K. And yeah, you're losing money for the first couple of months, probably. Well, not always, but most likely, because, you know, travel and the prize monies aren't great. And then you just work your way up. So it's fun because anybody can make it. Like, you don't need to be one of the best players in the NCAA to give it a shot.
Right.
Like,
Right.
go try, but it is tough because there's no guarantee. So you're just going and you're just hoping for the best. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, is just go for it. And, you know, it's scary sometimes, it's unknown, and yeah, it's terrifying. Honestly, I mean, over 2 weeks ago, I had a breakdown about how scared I was and how scary it is. It's so new for me. But, you know, it just means that it's exciting. You know, it's something that matters, and if you want to do it, just do it. There's nothing to lose, you know? So yeah.
Right, man. I've always said in situations like that, if you're like worried or anything like that, it's just because you care. You know what I mean? Because you actually care about it, and you actually are going to put your heart into it. And hey, man, you know, this goes without saying, like, you know, you got the entire Panther family in your corner supporting you on that one, and we are wishing you the best on that one, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
You know, you know, like I said, I don't want to, you know, speak out of, you know, my lane here, but from what I've seen, you know, I think you keep that trajectory, and, you know, hey man, we could be seeing some good things out of Mr. Duarte here in the next few years.
Yeah, I'll definitely represent the Panthers proud. I want to get a tattoo of not this logo, but something similar to it.
Okay.
So hey, if any listeners want to come up with a tattoo idea, go for it.
Okay, yeah, man.
I don't know what to get yet, but it's definitely what me and some of the guys want to get. So
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Have a little bit of SBC champion 22 on
yeah,
it.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I support it, man. I support it. You know, and if I have enough beers, I might get that tattoo with you guys.
It's funny. I put, after we won on Instagram, I put like donate to the Panther Fund tattoo, and I actually got a decent amount of Venmo.
Nice. So there you go.
I actually have to get that tattoo now.
Right now, yeah.
People sent money for it, so I have to get it on my body.
Exactly.
So yeah.
It's funny. It's cool you guys gave me the money, but now I actually have to do it.
Yeah, some people sent a lot. Like, okay, yeah, right. Sure.
Now all those people sitting around like, hey man, when's the tattoo?
Yeah, it's on its way. Don't worry, it's on its way.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Cool, man. So these last few questions, we'll wrap up with these. These are a little more off the topic of tennis and being a student athlete and all that. Kind of just trying to get to know Mr. Duarte off the tennis court, if you will. Yeah. So first question, pretty easy here. What's going to be, you know, one of your favorite things, if not your favorite thing to do on a weekend or your free time or whatever it is that doesn't involve tennis?
Yeah, golf for sure, 100%.
Golf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love golf. I've been playing since senior year of high school. and I love it so much. It's so fun. The nature of, tennis, you hit a shot every 2 seconds. Golf, you hit it every 5 minutes. So like that relaxing nature and just going out with your buddies, phones away for 3 to 4 hours. It's just nothing better. And yeah, I love it. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, no, I don't go as often as I would like, but when I do go with my buddies, we'll have a tea time at like 9:30 or something, and just be out there for a few hours, have a few beers, and just relax and joke. And like you said, phones away, nobody's worried about anything else but what's going on right there. So
It's amazing.
cool,
I
man.
love it.
Oh yeah, no, I love it too, man. I gotta ask real quick. I know you just basically said there was like a difference between the games, but is there any similarity between golf and tennis? Like, is
Sure. The swing, I mean, they're different, but if you're a good tennis player and you have decent hand-eye coordination, you can hit a ball, or you should be able to figure out how to hit a ball
okay,
decently
yeah,
well.
okay, so it does translate pretty easily.
Yeah, just the swing of it and the whole. I think there's just a lot of similarities. Both are super mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a little competition with the team. Who's the best golfer, but I think I got that one now.
Okay. Yeah. And hey man, I'm gonna agree with you. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Best golfer on the team.
Yeah. Should put that in my bio.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, under your tattoo, it'll be in little parentheses. Best golfer on the team. Cool. Sweet. So these next two questions are kind of just I think obviously anybody our age has their favorite artist or genre of music or TV show or something like that. So these next will kind of just kind of hash that out. So you're about to go on a 6-hour car ride. You are by yourself. It's solo. 6-hour car ride. What's gonna be on your playlist? What are you gonna be listening to?
I've been on a big like the Lumineers wave out of nowhere.
Okay.
Their stuff is good. It's like good
Oh,
for
yeah.
a road trip too. So definitely I am all over the place. I'll listen to that. The Queen. I mean, I love oldies, some oldies music. My friend has a playlist called DR, standing for Dominican Republic. That's like Spanish songs. That's like, just hype.
Yeah. Some
Little bit of-
pepas.
yeah, exactly. A little bit of worship music too, just literally all over the place. But a lot of Spanish music. Big Lumineers guy right now, and yeah.
Okay, hell yeah, dude. I like Lumineers. Cleopatra is a bop,
Yeah,
man.
there you go. There you go.
Hell yeah, dude. That's cool. I'm very similar, I kind of all over the place, man. Whatever sounds good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
cool. I feel you on that. Sweet. So very similar type question. You're stuck at home all day. Only thing that's working is the TV. Your phone's not working, laptop's not working, none of that. So the only thing you can do is watch TV all day. It's rainy outside. It's disgusting. What are you going to be watching all day?
If there's golf on, golf.
Golf?
Okay.
Okay.
Golf for 10 hours. But if there's not golf on, it's a tough one. Rob gives me a hard time because I don't watch Netflix shows or series. Although when I had COVID over the summer, so I was stuck in my room for 8 days or 10 days. It was miserable. And I did watch a lot of Casa de Papel, Money Heist, and that was good. So, I mean, I guess I'd have to go with that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I even get crap from my friends sometimes. Like, I don't really binge watch too much shit. Like, I'm a big sports guy. So, like, if I'm watching TV, it's probably just whatever sporting event is on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel you on that. But I'll have to check out Money Heist. I've heard good things about that.
Really good. Yeah, very good.
Which one is that on? Is that on Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
Netflix. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. Definitely. Cool. So last question here, and we'll wrap it up here. And this question really, like, just to give a little context, like I'm asking it to say, like, what do you want my listeners to know about you outside of the tennis player? Like because obviously anybody that sees your name as a Panthers fan, they're going to say, oh, Andrei, the tennis player, right? Or any of the other student athletes. Like when I had Darren Granger, he was a quarterback. Like they're going to, and that's not, I'm not saying these people are wrong for having that initial thought of like, oh, Andrei, the tennis player,
Right.
But obviously, I didn't play at a high level like you guys, but as a former athlete myself, like, I understand the idea of like, we are actual people behind these face masks or these tennis rackets or whatever it is. So, so what would be one thing, or a couple things that you would want my listeners to know about you, the person, the man,
Yeah.
Andrei Duarte?
Yeah. I mean, I think faith plays a big role in my life, and I love God, and God changed my life when I had that relationship with Jesus. So that's, I mean, I want to be known as, a Jesus follower and a servant of people. And we were put on this earth to serve others. So yeah, just a servant, and yeah, just a godly man, I'd like to think I am, but yeah, just somebody who celebrates others well, who likes to build community, and yeah, just a good time.
Hell yeah, man. That's a perfect answer. Like I said, that was honestly exactly what I'm asking for in that question. So that's great to hear, man. I know you know, uh being men and women of faith as athletes, I think it's 99% of you guys, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of goes hand in hand of having that dedication and sacrifice of being an athlete at that level, so I just really really appreciate you guys having such good heads on your shoulders. So
Yeah.
oh, yeah, man. Well, hey, man, that'll wrap up today. Again, thank you for your time this afternoon. I think this had to been probably the most informative interview I've done so far. I learned a ton, so I know my listeners will too. You're an awesome guy, man. I hope nothing but the best for you. And if I'm not a betting man, but if I had to put my money on it, I wouldn't be surprised if we see your name
Hey,
here.
you'll be able to soon enough. You'll be able to bet on my tennis in the
There you
future.
go. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And I will.
If that's something you're into, sure.
Right. Right. Well, thank you again, man. This was awesome to get to know you. It was an honor talking to a recent champion like yourself. As I said before, congratulations. Please let all your teammates know, congratulations as well. If any of them ever want to come on the show, please let me know, man. I would love to have you guys on.
Yeah,
like
give a quick little shout out.
Yeah, of course.
Women's tennis, they have their conference title this weekend at Peachtree City, same place we played. And man, last year they went 2-19. This year they're tied for the first seed in the conference. So I mean, what they're doing is special. I mean, Andrea, those girls, they're incredible. So yeah, if you guys are around Peachtree City, go support. They are amazing.
Oh yeah, and you said that's this weekend, correct?
Yes, yeah. They start Friday.
Okay, awesome. Good deal, man. I got a pretty busy schedule this weekend, but if I got time, I'll definitely make it down there because like you said, those ladies are doing something special this season.
Yeah, they really are.
Cool, man. Well, good deal. Thank you again, man. I like I said, I'd love to have any of you guys on. You mentioned before you guys are also close. If we could have a call where it's maybe 3 or 4 of you guys all on once, I think that'd be awesome. So
yeah, we for sure set that up.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you again, man. Good luck with any finals that you may have. I don't know if you're done yet with those.
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, well, good luck on those finals, man. If everything falls the pattern here, I'm sure you'll do fine.
I hope so. I haven't really opened eye college the last week.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hey, man. Good luck rest of the semester. Thank you again, and God bless.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Of course.